time to even the score. Hey. CPS came knocking, badges flashing lies for your family apart under fluorescent skies. But shadows got a skull now, AI locked and loaded. Scan your docs, expose the fraud, watch the tyrants get demoted. Violations stacked like bodies in the street. Constitutional rights, they tried to delete. Upload the evidence, let the algorithm strike. We don't beg for mercy, we punish what ain't right. CPS, Punisher, mount up, skull on the app. Justice won't stop, fight back harder, never gonna drop. Punisher rising, your family's on top. CPS, Punisher, lock and load, break the chains, reclaim the road. AI warrior, truth overload. They fear the skull, cause the Punisher's code. Family court circus, judges playing God, but we got the blueprint. Beat them at their fraud, step by step defense, no more silent screams. Turn their violations into criminal schemes. From Hampton streets to every county line, parents unite, it's payback time. That's Punisher.com, download the fire, turn pain to power, set the system on fire. They thought we were broken, they thought wrong. AI in your corner, vengeance prolonged. No retreat, no surrender, no compromise. The skull don't blink when justice arrives. CPS, Punisher, Punisher. We don't ask, we deliver the thunder. Punisher, Punisher. Families forever, tyrants go under. Punisher rising, the war's just begun. Download now, your fight already won. The CPS Punisher, justice served cold. Protect what's yours, stand tall, fight on. Fight on.
Never been a perfect person. I put the cart before the horse. A list of reasons, long as sermons, why I never needed a God. Then I heard his voice, so sweet, it put me on my knees. I'm holding on to hope for dear life, with God driving, and I'm finally free at last. God driving, God driving.
Yeah. They took everything. Now we take it all back.
Tiff and the Punisher, masked up, no face, ripping through your case files, leave them soaked in red lace, snatching kids for profit, that's a death wish, bitch. We the parents from your nightmares, loading full clips. Tiff and the Punisher, rolling through your cul-de-sac, black truck, no plates. Tiff and the Punisher, every worker catch a blade for every child they take. We don't call the law, we become the plague. Hey, I'm the father you created when you lied on reports. Now I'm posted in the shadows with a knife and a torch. Your honor's on the payroll, caseworkers getting rich, while my daughter crying in some stranger's filthy crib. I'm the glitch in the system, the virus in the code. Got your address from the files that you never should've wrote. Tiff slitting throats with the truth, I'm hammered to the dome. We turning foster homes into motherfucking catacombs. You wanted monsters, congratulations, look what you awoke. Whole army of parents with a rope and no hope. Tiff and The Punisher, masked up, no face, ripping through your case files, leave them soaked in red lint. Tiff and The Punisher, we don't knock, we just kick doors and vanish in smoke. I'm the devil in the flesh with a list and a tech. Every judge, every lawyer getting hit in the neck. Federal grants in your bank while my son misses dad. Now I'm leaving chalk outlines on your front lawn grass. Tiff leaking all the secrets that you buried in the dirt. We exposing every pedo that you placed in those homes first. This ain't a pot tax, bitch. This a declaration of total fucking war on child protective services nation. Stack the ripper with the clip of CPS, the target. Leave your whole department swimming with the carcass. Tiff and The Punisher, what? Tiff and The Punisher, what? Run your mouth about best interest, get your throat cut. Tiff and The Punisher, we don't give one fuck. See you soon. Real soon.
All right. Well, better get off of that little tear there before it turns into a more angry music night. That went dark quick, huh? I did play the new Punisher song at the beginning, though. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's the new ad that's coming out for the CPS Punisher, the app. So make sure you guys check that out, www.thecpspunisher.com. It's good stuff. Gotten a lot of the flaws out, most of them. I shouldn't say that, I don't want to jinx myself. But make sure you guys check it out. I've expanded it a lot already. We've done a lot of add-ons to it. This thing is the most bang for your buck that you're going to get out there. It beats Westlaw, it beats all of those things. And there's so much that goes with it. You're just neglecting yourself. Not only are you neglecting your kids if you don't use it, but you're neglecting yourself, because there's so much on there that you'll get lost for days and days and days and days. At least it gives you something to go get lost into some rabbit hole for a little while, you know. So I recommend that you guys do check it out. There's the free version, and then it goes up to the professional version, and then the attorney or professional, and then attorney, and then enterprise. Each one of them, obviously, you get more and more stuff, but of course, we've got the free version because not everybody can afford these tools, but we want to make sure that you guys have them. So Tiff is out tonight, ill. The whole family's sick, and I don't know, I'm kind of worried. She's been out. She didn't even come online today, at least that I saw. And we never go a day without talking, so hopefully she's doing okay, and all them kids are doing okay. So if we could go give that mama and her little youngins and babe a good prayer so that they can all get better, that would be really cool. Lord knows we don't need to leave me alone on this thing by myself like it used to be. So all right, well, it is us here tonight, guys. Does anybody out there have anything that they want to discuss? You know what I want to know? I want to know what is the hardest part about a CPS interaction? What do you think is the hardest part about dealing with CPS, about having a CPS interaction, about any, what is the hardest part, other than obviously being without your kids? What is the hardest part about a CPS investigation? Or what do you guys think the hardest part is? You know, is it the law stuff? Is it the you know, what is it? Is that Erica? What's up? You know, it's been, today was 3 weeks in a day. we're fighting the town tooth and nail. They're not letting us get what was. We're still not allowed in there to get what's salvageable. So the stuff's just getting ruined. Whatever was salvageable. Biggest thing is our dog was in the freezer in the basement. I was waiting to have some special things done for her when we could afford it. That's the reason that she was in there. And she's a special little doggy. Well, not little, she's a big doggy. I don't know if any of you guys remember Karma or not, but that's what made the cats go. But anyway, and she's actually in the basement in that freezer still. And man, that breaks my heart, pisses me off at the same time. They're degrading my dog like that. But yeah, they're doing everything that they can to make sure that we don't go into our house. So today I sent them their final notice saying enough's enough. I'm not going to put up with this. You know, it's the same thing that CPS is doing to us, guys. It is the same damn thing. These people have too much money in their pockets, too much money on the table for them, too much money. It's just too much money for everybody. Isn't it too much money for everybody that they all sit there and lick each other's chops for the power, and the people that, you know, bring them in and welcome them in and come on, do this for me, Chuck. You know, like, we're neighbors. You can do this for me, Bob, and, you know, go with this kid, Doug, and, you know, all of this because it's all about the money, right? But then the people that really need the money are sitting there and they're not getting it. Makes no sense, right? Where is this money? Why do we have billions of dollars in this country? Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in this country going to all of these groups that portray nothing but hate, that aren't even close to constitutional or legal or loyal or any sort of anything with the founding fathers had in their mind, the American dream. That's not white picket fences and nice houses and 4th of July and hot dogs and apple pie out there right now. Hell no, it's not that. It's blood and dollar bills. You know, you look at a dollar bill, it used to smell like freedom and fortune. Now it just smells like a stripper's ass. You know, like, this is just ridiculous, man. This is absolutely disgusting how this country has been destroyed and made into such a monetized beast. And the biggest part of this, the biggest part of all this, our children, the number one token, paying for this economy, paying for these senators, paying for all of these things that our government says that we need, paying for the bombs that are blowing up Iran, paying for all of this stuff. Our children, one of our children, my child, I got one child that CPS is taking. That's paying for a lot of stuff. I know all you guys out there have at least one child taken. What did your child gain for this country? Because you know what? I'd almost be okay with it, and I think God would be too. If the sacrifice of your child was meant to be so severe and so extreme, but yet so necessary for the freedoms of every person in this country, for our rights to continue on with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it was like an honorary sacrifice, like when a soldier goes off to war and dies. I'm not saying that we would have to like it, and I'm not saying that this is what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, at least it would be honorable, right? Now all it is, they come, kick us in the face, degrade us, make us look like pieces of shit, steal our kids from the school, from the hospital, because you went there to do the good, right thing, be a good parent, go in there, they have a bump, scraped knee, you bring your kid to the emergency room, next thing you know, they're taking your freaking kid. Everybody in the neighborhood comes through as you're driving by, and they're closing their doors and locking them because they don't want to catch the CPS. No, sir, no, ma'am. They don't want to catch the CPS. No one does. Now, what I'm learning is this. Imagine you have a bad case of the CPS, and then you get yourself an explosion on top of it. Whew, boy, you want to talk about migrating you to the next to nobody's. Oh, my. So, you know, this is the problem with this country. Our kids are worth something, man. Our kids are worth a goddamn lot. Look at what all of us do day in and day out. We stay up all night long. Fine, say we're meth heads, say we're crack addicts. I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you want to say. Whatever it takes for me to learn the most that I can possibly learn so that I can get my daughter home sooner, faster, whatever, I'll do it. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Who are you to tell me that I can't do what I need to do to make it so that I can get to my daughter? I'm not here to tell any of you that either. I'm not promoting drugs, and I'm not promoting all of this shit, all the nasty stuff. You can take your life earlier, all of that stuff, guys. But I'm nobody here. I'm no more anybody than the next person is to tell you what you can and can't do, and you know what you have to do to get your child home. So don't let anybody else kick you when you're down with that. Don't let anybody else hold you down. Don't let anybody else tell you you can't do this and you can't do that. You know when to turn the machine on and when to turn the machine off. You know how to hold a secret, carry a secret, keep your mouth shut, do what you got to do. But do what you got to do. If that's in the name of your kid, then nobody has any goddamn right at all to tell you that you can't do it. Hell, I'm not even so right to say that people can't tell you what's so right to say is that if you need to keep yourself alive. You're important to your kids. People, your kids are coming home one day. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 6 years from now, or 18 years, or whatever, your kids are going to come home. Don't make them come home to an empty house. Don't make their memories that they've been waiting for all these years. Because believe me, they all are excited as hell to see us as parents. They know that they were stripped away from us just like we know that they were stripped away from us. They know that. I believe that in my heart, that they know this. And they might have to put us on the back burners for a little while and make it so that they can't have an emotion towards us, or they can't afford to feel sad, or they just can't have any emotions that's going to spiral them down in. Because if you figure the trauma that they faced, and then they're wrenched out of their family home, their security blanket, and then brought into a place that there's complete strangers, uncomfortability, bias to who the kid is already. Like, these kids are just up against such awful odds of success and love and feeling and all of this stuff, being stripped away from that. It's so terrible that they've done this and that we continue to allow this. But we're not in their shoes. We're not in our kids' shoes. We don't know what they have to do on their side to fight this battle. And you know what? Think about how remarkable our kids are, because they've immediately figured out how to bounce into the situation they're into, how to restructure their way of thinking, their code of ethics, their morals, their everything. They've had to completely turn themselves off of what they were already programmed for and turn into something else in a moment's notice, like that, because they don't want to feel the wrath of another family, or the penalties that these kids that are already in the household that are the family's kids, or any of that. They don't want to feel that. I mean, our kids are amazing, and I don't think we give them enough credit. I mean, look at us as parents. We're a mess, right? They take our kids, we turn into a bumbling mess. I can't, no, I don't want to do this. Sitting in the, you wake up half the nights, you got one sock on, a bottle of Zambuca coming out of your ear, cigarette burn on your finger, 10 law books on the floor, strewn out everywhere, cigarette ashes all over them. You wake up, there's a hot dog stuck to your forehead. You pick up that book, though, and you keep reading, don't you? Because you know that kid has now adapted on the other side of this thing. So we're all doing what we got to do, people, to make sure that we adapt and do what we need to do to make each day not our last one. And our kids are doing what they have to do to make sure that they can get home to us. These roads will cross again, guys. We as parents just have to make sure that we're here for them when they come down it. There is no excuse. Our kids need us. And that's what we have to prepare for after we've been TPR'd. I'm not saying give up on fighting. You write those writs. You write those appeals. You write all of the damn motions and whatever it is that you can drum up to muster to write, and send those son of a bitches right into that Supreme Court, and you send it to the district courts, you send it to the superior courts, send it wherever you got to send it to. Send it to the senator. Send it to this person. Don't let any person tell you that you can't send anything to anybody that you don't think. Who the hell is anybody to tell you where to send a letter about getting your kid free? I don't give a shit if you send it to the goddamn ice cream man that drives the route down there. If that's who you feel it's necessary to give a letter to, and then you think that that's going to be the thing that helps you get your kid home, then goddamn it, you do it. Don't let anybody deter you from what you need to do to fight this fight and get your kid home. Nobody should be, nobody will tell you. I'm sorry, they will. A lot of people will tell you. But nobody should be telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing to fight for your kids. Only you know what you have to do to fight for your kid. Only you know when you have to ask for help from someone else. And you need to make sure that you can do that. I'm going to tell you, I am finding it so hard to ask anybody for help right now. I've always been the one that, I'm the one that helps. I've always been the one that on my phone is like, oh man, who's this? Like, what do I got to do now? And it's never bothersome to me. I'm not meaning it to sound like that. Well, I'll tell you what, it's really lonely right now because my phone doesn't ring. The messages don't beep. And that's because people know that I'm not in a position right now to help. I'm not in a position right now to do anything. There's people out there that have sent me a couple bucks here and there. I love it. Thank you guys so much. It doesn't matter if you send me $1. If it doesn't matter if you send me 5, 3, 2, 10, 100 million, whatever. I thank you for it. I'm indebted to you forever for all of you that have done this. And I know that you've sent me what you can send me, and I appreciate every bit. You don't even understand how much my wife and I appreciate every penny that you guys have sent us. And how important that penny is to you, because that means that you took that penny away from your fight. You gave it to us to help us. And that's huge. You repurposed the most important thing in your life to help my wife and I. That doesn't touch everybody's heart out there. That's what this movement's about, guys. That's what this movement's about. It's the fact that we can still recognize and we can put everything aside to help someone else. Our kids are certainly the most important things in our lives, but for a moment, you decided that you could take some of those pennies away from your children, put those towards my wife and I, and it touches my heart so much. Thank you all so much. It's just amazing that is what you guys do. And I can't believe that so many of you have. And so thank you all very much for everything that you've done up to this point. And I'm not going to say that we don't still need help, guys, and we do. So I mean, if you, and this is where I hate this stuff. I don't know how to do this. I mean, if you guys can help, then please do. If you can't, then I understand too. But we're trying to get a place to live. And it's not easy. I don't mean people listen. People help us out. I mean, like these services that are supposed to be rendered, they're not giving a lot of support to us either. It's really crazy. And I was thinking today, I'm like, maybe God is putting me into these tragedies to find and expose these inadequacies for this type of problem. I mean, these are all impactful things in our lives that, first of all, change your way of life forever. It does change your way of life. But it can be an awful, awful, awful ending too. Some people just aren't strong enough for it. sometimes it's just those moments of weakness get you, and it's so difficult. And maybe this is why I'm here, is to help, because now I feel so bad for all these people that I've seen, like, oh, their house is burned down, and I feel terrible for it. Maybe I could have given them an extra $5 or $10 to help them out a little bit more, and I didn't. And I feel so when I go through the pass the boot thing now, I'm like, damn, like, well, I haven't gone through it, but the next time I do. And that's the other thing. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, but that's for another moment. I don't want to ruin the mojo of this show for that negativity. But I hope you guys picked up the gist of what I was just getting at there about we are a solid movement, guys. We are the best movement out there. We are a movement that is actively fighting another active government entity that is engaged in war against the American citizens. Not only are they engaged in a war of denying us life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but there's also the widespread war of them kidnapping our children at the rate of a child per minute. One child every minute in the United States is taken in to custody of Child Protective Services. Let that sink in for a minute. When you're at work, you're sitting there and you're like, God, I'm on vacation in 37 minutes. And you watch that clock go by. And you keep watching it, it's ticking in your head. And then you put your head down for a minute, you wait and you wait and you wait, and you look back up, and it's only been 10 seconds. Or let's say it's the opposite, right? Let's say you and your mate are splitting ways because one of you got to go back to college or the other one's got to go back to the military or whatever. You know what I'm getting at? And those last 30 minutes that you have are just going unstoppable. How fast 30 minutes goes by. Instead of thinking how fast those 30 minutes went by and how much you're going to miss your mate and so on, think about 30 families in the United States of America. 30 families in the United States of America have just been given the death penalty by the government agency we call Child Protective Services in the United States. How? How is this not an outrage to every American citizen, both here and abroad, living in U.S. territories, living in wherever? How has this fear not shaken you to the bone, knowing that 7 million unnecessary appointments will be made by CPS to come to your home? 7 million. 75%. Saw the lag there. 7 of the children in this country by the age of 18 will have had some type of interaction with Child Protective Services in their life. One child per minute. How are we not outraged, people? Are we tired? Worn out? Have we been bamboozled too many times? Been conned? Too much snake oil in your basket? Burnt out? Sick and tired? Too sick to fight? Tired of the bickering and the arguing? I mean, because we're coming into another round here, guys. Another new fight. Another fresh blood generation of CPS fighters coming through. And it's an election year. So, an off-election year, but an off-election year. But there is one. This is a big fight. Because what they don't want us to do in this election is lie in America. No, they don't want that to happen. They want to keep us fighting. Did anybody ever notice that Donald Trump wears purple? Has anyone noticed that? Up until the point that I just asked you that question, did you understand? Or let me ask you this, do you know why he wears purple? Tell me the two colors it takes to make purple. Come on. Someone can tell me the two colors it takes to make purple. Red and blue. Come on. Red and blue, guys. We're Americans, people. I'm a dad. My wife's a mom. Our children are boys and girls. Grandchildren are boys and girls. We are Americans. Knock this shit off. Knock this shit off. We don't need to pick sides anymore. The only side that we need to pick is the right one. That's being an American. If you don't want to be an American, don't get in this fight either. Because all it's doing is adding unnecessary distraction to this fight and this movement. Most of us can't even tell you what we had for spendings or incomes earned and lost and all that stuff on our own W-2s last year and this or the other, or, how to break down our own taxes. But I bet you every one of us that are out here This fight can tell you what Title IV funding get, what the federal reimbursement is, how much each state gets for each child, what level that they get, all of this stuff. We know all of this information. But we can't do our own taxes. There's a lot of good parents out here. Doing their wasting away because they feel like they've been left behind. Pick them up. Pick them up. Hold them up. Stay with them until they're strong enough. Stay on their own 2 feet. Not only stay on their own 2 feet, but stay with them long enough so that they can put one foot in front of another. Give them the love that they need to get warm again and feel again. I know a lot of you are just cold inside. A lot of you have just lost that feeling. And when I say this, I don't mean just the feeling of love and happiness. I'm just talking about completely losing the love of feeling anything. You don't feel pain anymore. You don't feel urgency anymore. You don't feel upset anymore. You don't feel cry. You do feel anger. I think that's the last one to go. But every other emotion that you naturally have, now when you see the old lady walking down the street, she trips on a little tiny, nice furry little duckling that was being walked by the cute little Yorkie Terrier that normally would melt your heart. You don't even bat an eye at it anymore. That trauma has hurt you so bad. And even the cute things that you never even thought or is even a realistic thing that you would see, can even turn and make you have even the slightest emotion. Pick those people up, people. Don't ever leave a man behind. Ever. And I don't know, guys. If we can't get our shit together, love one another, stop crossing the picket lines and starting chaos and hate, discontent, I mean soon. Very soon. It's coming, people. It's going to be your turn to make that decision very soon. Let's hope that everything that we've taught you on this show, on all the shows that we put on CPS Breaking News, have gotten you to the point that you need to be at. So no matter what comes your way, you're able to handle it. Not just handle it by deflecting it and getting it to go by. I'm talking about standing your ground. Digging in 10 toes, like Justin would say. Holding your ground. And when you see somebody folding up down the line, and you know that you're in a solid spot, you move down and you help those people. Or you invite those into you. And you pick them up and you feed them and you love them. You give them what they need. You get them back out there. It's so important, guys, that we prepare. That we prepare for this. Whatever they're going to say it is, it's coming. Man. Scary times, guys. I know you're all ready. I know that every one of you will be grabbing on to the people that you're going by that need to be picked up, because I know that all of you have been with us this whole way, and I know that you all know the rules and what's expected of you. I know that you all know better than to leave a person behind. I know that you all know better than to be talking shit about somebody and making waves over here when you should be making peace and allies. I'd say that we taught you better, but we didn't teach you that at all. You already knew that because your morals and your moral compass were already in place when you came and you found me and Tiff here on this show. You, our people, are warriors. Those of you that are watching this show right now, sticking in here, going the distance with me, listening to what I have to say. Number says 13 people right now. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it because most likely I know every one of you that are out there. I know your story. I know something about you. And I know that for you to sit around here and watch this and stay with me on this podcast means something to you. And it means a hell of a lot to me too. That you are right there with me too. And over you. Well, I'd like you all to hold on a second, guys. And just like that, people are stupid. Thank you. I'm sorry for what you guys are all going through. I'm sorry that we all have to meet on this place like this. I wish we were sitting here under way better circumstances. We were just laughing about everything. You know, tonight, when Tiff said that she was going to be sick, but she's never sick. So again, guys, please pray for her. For a minute, I'm like, all right, well, I guess I won't do a show tonight. And for a minute, I was going to be, what is that word? Gluttonous, would that be the right thing to say? Gluttonous, maybe the wrong one. I'm not sure. But what I was going to say was, there was a moment where I was like, well, I'll just take the night off. But then, you know what? How selfish of me would that have been? Because what if one of you really needed this moment tonight that I've dedicated myself to? That made you commit to your times. You know, I know that we're not always right on time with the 8 o'clock thing or 7:45 or the ish. So that's why we're ish. But you know, what if one of you guys really needed us? Or what if I just needed to come here and vent and have you guys listen to me? Maybe I just needed a vent tonight because I don't get to do it very often. Maybe I needed to. Maybe you guys are truly my family. Maybe I needed that tonight to be with you guys for a moment because maybe I felt like I was in a downward spiral and out of control, not knowing where I was going to go. So maybe this wasn't about this show tonight at all. Maybe it was about me needing you guys to hold me up, to be the person, so I'm able to be the person that you all expect and know me to be. Yeah. I think that's more or less what this show is about. You guys are all amazing. Every one of you. I want to thank every one of you for everything that you guys have done, from comments, questions, through tears, smiles, and all of the things that you guys have done to make this show be where it is. And I know it's not 20,000 views in the top 10 and, you know, MTV and celebrity awards. And I mean, Tiffany gets awards, obviously, but, you know, as some people sit there and spout off, you know, like, we're not this blah, blah, blah. And I don't care to be. I can read every one of your guys' comments. And that touches my heart and gives me what I need to make sure that we continue on and we can fight so I can be there for you. And you guys need it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably more or less what this was. So make sure tonight you go, if you're fortunate enough to have your kids at home with you, make sure that you tell them that you love them. You tell them that. I'm sure you do. If you want your kids back in there in your home, make sure that you double tell them that you love them more than anything on this earth and how important they are and how you would fight for them again if you had to. You don't have your children and you're just there with your husband and wife. I'm sure you guys give each other a hug and a kiss. Tell each other how much you proud of each other for standing through this with each other. And most couples don't make it through these things. But if you and your mate are still together, you guys made it. And congratulations. You will make it. If you're there by yourself, smile because somebody in Maine loves you. So, yeah, that was it. That's all I got to say about this. What do you think? We got 10 minutes left, guys. I'll do a solo in the box. Or does everybody just want to go walk away from this show tonight and think on it? Oh, thanks, Aaron. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I'm rich in knowing that you guys are all here for me. I'm the richest man in the world, having the following that I have. You can't buy what I have in the following, and you guys for any amount of money. There's no amount of money in the world that can buy commitment and caring and love that you guys put into the shows for us, because you know that's what keeps us driving these shows. I know it may seem like we're untouchable sometimes, especially Tiff. My God, I swear to God that she's what bad dreams are made of sometimes. Nightmares. But I love her to death. If it wasn't for her, there'd be a lot less kids at home right now. I know that. I know I couldn't have picked a better partner to be involved with this with. No, no. So, yeah, it is. I can't see the comments made on another account. Oh wow, really, Brenda? What the fuck is going on here? Oh. Well, Brenda, you missed a hell of a show. Everybody, that's Brenda Cameron, another good friend of mine. You all know her as Bring Back Brenda. She's been with me since damn near the beginning. Brenda and I were together when Brenda, is that when you went to jail for doing what you did when I was going to make you those first line of t-shirts? Is that when we met? See, that's the family that we have here. Now, I'm going to put a different page on this, a different thumbnail on the cover on this. I'm going to put it in the playlist. You guys know that we have the playlist, right? And I put all the episodes in the playlists and everything. So you guys, if you want to go back and trying to get better about cataloging them and all that stuff. But if you guys, put that and you keep this, if this inspired you tonight and made you feel a little bit better about something, I know it did me. So make sure you catalog it and make sure that you put it somewhere special. That way, when you're having a hard time with things, you want to feel better about something, you can go and click this. I mean, I'm no Les Brown or Tony Robbins or any of those. I know that. But hopefully my words meant something to you guys as your comments meant to me. And I could feel the vibes of you guys coming through. I really could tonight. That was really cool. I'm big on the frequency thing, and you guys had a lot for it tonight. I know that, Brenda, but you went to jail in between that, right? Is that not why you didn't pick up your t-shirts? I used to, I don't know if you guys ever used to watch CPS Victims Hunting Justice or one of those other names I did for the shows. I used to do this thing called Last Thoughts. I'm going to put the link up here right now. We got 7 minutes left. I'm going to put the link on here. You guys get 1 minute just to come up with and say your last thoughts for tonight. You know, something that you want to get off your chest. You want to say to somebody, whatever. There's yours for 1 minute. What I can get up here and put the link on. Last thoughts, guys. Last thoughts here. Okay, back. Okay, guys, here's the link to the show. Just click on that. You can pop in. And so, okay, guys, the link's up there. Click on that. If you guys want to come in and give your last thoughts for the show tonight. Oh, awesome, Aaron. Sweet. Excellent. That's Aaron's last thoughts. You know, I don't know, Brenda, if I did or not. Brenda's is together we stand. Yeah, hey guys, if you don't want to come on and say your last thoughts, you can put them up here. We'll slam them on the board. Okay, John, I like that. Very nice. John says, don't give up, for they are not gods. They are not perfect and still always make mistakes and faults and do things wrong too. You're right about that, John. You always want to get as perfect, close to perfect as you can get, right? Gotta strive for perfection, guys. Yep, John, you're pretty close. Pretty close, buddy. Yeah, tonight, Kathy. Very good. I don't know if you got to see the whole show. You should definitely go back and watch it. It's one that's good. Definitely was a good one. Like I said, I don't know if this episode was more for me than it was for you guys, but either way, it was really good. Really, really good show. Really, really was. Well, guys, I want you all to watch this real quick. You guys mind if I play this video? No, you know what? I'm going to save it for tomorrow night because there's a whole bunch of things that we have lined up for tomorrow night. We'll have a lot to get back to tomorrow night. I know Tiff will want to be a part of these too, so I don't want to ruin this for her. Be like a little surprise for Tiffany tomorrow night. All right, guys.
marks that march on streets blood. Just even go to gates to go trouble. Someone got something. Lay down, cut fast till we see.
One day, I hope you see the truth. This bitch show stays on because of you. We've been dead with the devil way too long. I know it's fun to get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy road here and hurts and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we
It's not just something's going on. Just reflect about breaking news. Oh, we just accept it. Expect it, just about it, let it follow it. Respect it, fresh it, check it, but I can't. It's about years arrested, nobody's been arrested. Read in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists before and the method. Refuse to be directed. 19. Only need on my guy, so I'm dying. On my feet, silence will be speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been with the punches. I can take it on the cheek. Drink from a glass. Half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic. So vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance. I'll overcome opposition or I'm gonna start resisting. And then I pray for forgiveness.
one day, I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with lies and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day. I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because it we've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with lies and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day finally it's true. God, we need you now.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, they like you. Wish I could wake up. Be true.
For within is here, he knows what is the best. To live life, love, and we don't worry about the rest. We are the children he's picked to live on his land. So many of us pass through this life, always gaining on the night, never feeling just right, ignoring all the signs to the lies. Walk with your head straight and high, don't let the light go right by, for he has given you direction. It's up to you to please obey that. The feeling you have is what he gave you. Heavy you power so they will obey you. Look up at him with no betrayal. Release your love, put evil behind us, to be the one we want to serve. In his presence all our hurt. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of him what you shall be. With his love he showed you me. The feeling of love is true power. The feeling he wants you to devour. The more that you care, all things remain fair. The way we treat each other, when love is strong, not smothered, creates a world we are supposed to be. Our Father Jesus, you and me, to be the one we want to serve. In his presence all our earth. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of him what you shall be. With his love he showed you me. When you feel right inside, a feeling so you almost cry, you will know you found it. The power you once grounded. So to live in the best, look to your neighbors, they'll pass the test. The rest is easy, you never would have guessed. To be the one we want to serve, in his presence all our hurt. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of him what you shall be. With his love he showed you me. Oh, to be the one we want to serve, in his presence all our hurt. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of him what you shall be. With his love he showed you me. I'm sure. Oh, oh, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, I'm sure.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?